let's do lots of examples. What you should do is look at the problem, turn off the video, try it yourself, and then rejoin me. So for starters, x to the 7th over x to the 3rd. One thing that we might want to do is think about what this actually means. We know that x to the 7th means that we're multiplying x by itself 7 times, and x to the 3rd means that we're multiplying x by itself 3 times. But then when we go back to what we know about fractions, x over x is 1, 1, 1. So all we're left with is a 1 on the bottom, right, because this is just, everything has canceled out, and we have x multiplied by itself 4 times on the top. So this is x to the 4th. Now obviously you don't want to multiply, you don't want to write this out the whole time. So the shortcut, as you could see, is that we know that we're just going to be subtracting our exponents. So that we have 7 minus 3, in fact, gives us a 4. So try this. Try x to the 15th over x to the 8th. And very clearly, you can see you don't really want to write this out. That's going to give us x to the 7th. If we look down, if we had x to the 8th over x to the 15th, well, if we wrote this whole thing out, obviously we would have more terms in our denominator. So this is going to end up being 1 over x to the 7th. So wherever you have the higher exponent is where your x will end up. We will talk, or you will talk later, about another way to write this, which is x to the negative 7th. And that, in fact, is the meaning of a negative exponent. So let's just do a few more problems here, dealing with just monomials. So if you had something like, let's try 5x to the 4th over 10x to the 12th. Turn off the video and try this yourself. But then if you're joining me again, what we know is that this could be 5x to the 4th. 10 is really 5 times 2. I know that the 5's will cancel out. I know that I'm going to subtract exponents. I know the x is going to be left on the bottom, so I'll be left with an x to the 8th on the bottom, and I'll also have a 2x, 2 in my denominator. We also could do something like this. Let's try 16x to the 5th, y to the 2nd, and in our denominator we're going to have 2xy. So try this by yourself, and then come back. And if you're back, we know that 2 goes into 16 8 times, so we'll have 8 in the numerator. Let's subtract exponents for the x. That's going to give us x to the 4th in the numerator, and we will have a y to the 1st also in the numerator, and everything in the denominator cancels out. So that's our simplified form.